is going to be the reading for Scorpio, starting off with tea leaf, and then we have the pocket animal spirit deck, and then we'll be doing spirit song for the tarot, clarified by the Enchanted World Tarot. Then we have Queen of the Moon Oracle and Happy Me affirmation cards, as well as some charms. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start here. Cards here. Alright, so the month of June and the month of November. I'm feeling really called to this angel, and it looks like she's bestowing blessings. There's flowers here, abundance. In November. So things might feel kind of slow moving throughout the year, but in June I see some abundance coming in. We have Bull. Do not back down from opposition, so show strength and fortitude. We have Quill. Get back to the basics. Okay, basic. This just 100% gave me that Dove FX song. Is it called Basics? Getting back to the basics. We all want material things that make us blind. Hit the rewind and bring me back to basics. So perhaps you're getting caught in the material. So maybe that's what's going on. Throughout November, you're really looking at desire versus like, okay, so there's desire where it's like instinctual desire, and then there's desire that's like true heart calling, and then there's I lost track with where I was going, but anyways, I think you're looking at that and things are gonna kind of slow down because you're going to look at, need, and then there's necessity. So I think you're going to slow down and look at that and really find appreciation for the things you have and look at what's necessary. Maybe if you are trying to buy something, you're going to really each time bring yourself into, is this necessary? And is this just an instinctual desire? Alright, and then we have Fly, a period of ill health, depression. Okay, so I actually just saw something the other day about depression, and that it got me thinking about the etymology of depression. Actually, I've thought this before because I thought it was interesting that there's depression, repression, suppression, like so many press words, right? And it's all about pressing, like pressure. And So the opposite of depression would be like rising up. So, you know, with that, there's still pressure. You know, you need pressure for things to like boil up, to rise up. But, you know, at first it can feel very heavy. So know that like you're gonna turn this heaviness into something that raises you up. It just feels tough right now. You know, perhaps look at your health, look at, you know, our material things weighing you down, because that is coming through a lot right now. Especially we have bull, which is, you know, making me think Taurus and materialism. And it does say, do not back down from opposition, so show strength and fortitude. And so that's right there, like the idea of taking something that's like pushing you down, but instead, you know, taking that energy and rising up. So I'm definitely getting that off of this. We have younger woman, dealing a relationship with a younger woman. Nest. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So you might be nesting right now. I know, for sure, sometimes when we're nesting, we can think we need more things. I mean, sometimes you're making space for new, sometimes you're getting rid of some things when you nest. But sometimes as you like, you know, getting different places situated, you start being like, oh, I need this, I need that, when in reality you like might not. You just might be focusing in on these different things. So in nesting, be careful not to just like do any impulsive purchases. Just take a moment, give it a week, take time to really mull it over of what you truly need, and like what is just to fill out a space, you know, just to but also if you've been so focused on the material, on work, on things of that nature, make sure you take some time to connect with your family and time to connect with yourself. You know, that's one of the best gifts that we can give to our family, is to take care of ourselves as well. Like, you know, that saying with the flight attendants, and you know, put your own oxygen mask on first, because you can't help others if you don't help yourself first. Moon changes in your life. So things are shifting for you. And I see like throughout November till June, in that time, like you're going to be highly protected, highly given signs, I feel. Okay, I got in your meditation as well. I got in your meditation waking up early and enjoying the peace of the morning. But just now, seeing this sun and the moon, I was getting, and this is like a huge way to make changes in your life. And this morning I got up before sunrise and really enjoyed that, and I felt that that's something that's going to help you, or you might already be doing this, but I got specifically just now sun gazing. Of course, you don't want to just stare at the sun, but like when the sun is rising, it's supposed to be really good for like your health and many things. Pretty sure it's actually good for your eyes. You know, look into it. Don't just because I still don't know if it's ever okay to look at the sun, but I know it's like not directly like you're more so looking at the sun rays of morning, the break of the morning. Oh yeah, because that was the other thing I got. Breaking of daylight. I'll wait for the rest to come through before I just give it to you. Let's get your animal spirit card. I know that song's kind of stuck in my head. The Bring It Back to Basics, the Dove Effect song. So maybe it's something you're going to listen to a bit. Maybe it's stuck in somebody's head. Or maybe it's just of importance. Or it's maybe coming back up because you're being called to like maybe look at that, listen to that song, look at the lyrics. Okay. We have raccoon and we have mouse. Alright, we'll go ahead and read these for you. Both earth energies. Raccoon. Talented, shadowy, and hiding. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists, to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness in a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. I was feeling very kind of scorpionic energy off of that, and definitely like around like the unresolved issues that there might be like, it says specifically its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. And when I think of Scorpio, I often think about things coming to the surface. Is there anything in plus? Oh, that's interesting with the depression and repression and suppression. So there might, okay, so what I view that as is like, I think often depression stems from something being suppressed. Sometimes it's like there's too many emotions going on at once, and so our mind protects us, you know, because that can happen as a child. Maybe you're not at a place where you can really process something, and so you will suppress it, and then you just keep repressing it until you're able to finally process it. And scorpionic energy to me is like when that comes to surface, when that comes to light, and you're able to now look at it and process it. And I think Scorpios are like really good at doing this, and that's why they value truth so much, because many Scorpios have kind of mastered letting things come up to the surface, and you know, they don't want to bottle things up. And you know, that doesn't mean it doesn't happen, but like they're just so good. I think there's almost like a fear there to bottle things up. I have a couple Scorpio placements, and one's my ascendant, so I like very much so understand that. But anyways, so what I am getting is like, so with suppression, repression, depression, I do think sometimes suppressing and repressing things again and again can lead into depression. And so once you're in the depression state, it's like a question of, is there something that you've pushed down so deep that it's like affecting you on a mental, emotional level? But I saw something and I loved this, but it is like, to me, the opposite of depression would be like, I don't know if there's a press word for it, but it would be like the pressure rising up. But what I saw was about expression being the opposite of depression, and I think it can be a like beneficial factor for rising up. Expression is actually out, so it's pressing out. Depression is pressing down, and you know, I wish there was a press word about rising up. Perhaps there is. You know, repressing would be pressing on something and pressing it down. And sup would be sup and sub can often mean like kind of below the surface. But anyway, so the reason I'm being called to this is like, perhaps expression is going to help you. Like, getting it out is going to help you rise up. But also, I think that sun gazing, taking time to enjoy yourself in the peace of the morning, learning to love solitude, that was part of that. Excuse me. And since health did come up, I will say this, that perhaps you need to like look at your diet, because everybody's gonna be different, but perhaps you're not getting enough healthy fats such as like omegas and is it the unsaturated or I'll put it up, but you know, certain types of fats are like really good for your brain. It's like your brain is mostly made of fat, so you know, you need to feed your brain. But omegas are definitely really good for the brain as well, so that's why that came up. And I specifically got with that avocado. That was actually what brought it all on. Okay, so let's finish here. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. When in balance, generous friend, exceptional artist. When out of balance, competitive, starving artist. To bring into balance, make new work. So you're also being called to get into your creativity here. And this is going to be a lot about fear. I know mouse connects to that as well. So perhaps there's something that you've been fearful of. Perhaps it's your health. And it might be due to depression, and it could be having to do with just mood imbalances, which could have to do with like just feeding your brain, getting the healthy fats, perhaps hormone balancing. It could be, you know, a multitude of things, but that's what came through specifically. Right, so mouse, detail-oriented, small-minded, nitpicky, nervous. The mouse has an innate desire to tend to the details. It often spends its days fixing, preparing, organizing, and scrutinizing. You might be scrutinizing yourself, like pushing yourself down here. Unfortunately, a mouse personality doesn't notice when they've gone too far. Soon they begin to have a limited and fearful vision of life and try to control every detail. This can be quite a painful experience for both the mouse and those around them. When mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment. It may be time to find a more purposeful project to delve into, one that's worthy of your exacting eye. When in balance, organized, resourceful, prepared, when out of balance, busy with no purpose, to bring into balance a meaningful project. So perhaps the creative thing you're going to do is also going to be cathartic. It's also going to be something that brings meaning to you. Okay, is there a song with this? I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm getting the phrase, a reason to wake up every day. It almost feels like it's like a song or a part of a poem, or like maybe you're gonna see it. Maybe that quote's gonna be somewhere. But the words are very much so standing out. But yeah, I think it's also going to get you out of your head if you perhaps get in your head a lot and you tend to like bash yourself. So I see this changing. Alright, let's get your tarot. Spirit guides and angels. Messages for Scorpio, please. What does Scorpio need to see? What does Scorpio need to see? Their highest good. Messages for Scorpio. That was very almost forceful. Okay. Okay, so we have here Awakening, which is the Judgment card. Renewal, Enlightenment. And we have Six of Crystals in reverse. Synergy, Gratitude. So look at your energy exchange. I think you're going through a period of looking at your energy exchange on things. You know, what are you putting effort into that. Okay, I got that phrase. The definition of insanity is doing something over and over again, expecting the same results. This could be trying to make something fit that doesn't. It might be a relationship, it might be a project, something that you're working on, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that you give up on it, but you are noticing that it's not fulfilling, that it's not bringing anything back. It's like almost feels like a wasted effort. And so it again doesn't mean you have to give up on it, but it means looking at how to approach it differently. Interesting, I just felt like a blue light come over everything. I don't know if that was on the camera. Everything just feels bluer now. Okay, that's reminding me of like the third eye. Okay, again, know you are protected, but also expressing yourself is going to help in this situation and just help all around. It's having to do with the throat chakra. I don't know why I'm getting third eye and throat chakra. It's kind of like a bluey ultraviolet color, like blue and purple together, like indigo. It was almost as if, okay, yeah, that's what it reminded me of 100%. When if you put your phone on the settings where it goes to warm light, it takes away the blue light at night, and then like that blue light coming on in the morning. Maybe, okay, something that helps for depression, they sell lights. Oh, what are they called? I'll put it up there, but it's like certain types of lights to help you wake up. I think it has some of the blue light. It's like the opposite of that with the warm lights for night. It's supposed to help you get a good circadian rhythm. You use the light in the morning and it helps you wake up a little bit more. Alright, and then we have 6 of acorns in your challenge, which is equivalent to the 6 of wands. It says here, success, triumph. Okay, so I'm getting that some of you might fear success. You might fear putting in, perhaps because you're noticing that sometimes you work really hard on something and it doesn't always work out. That you're kind of fearful of, what's the term I'm looking for? Like obligation, but that's not quite the word I'm thinking of. It's not like, okay, it's like responsibility, but it's like not the responsibility itself, but just like the pressure. I think you're fearful of the pressure. I think you're too hard on yourself and you get caught in perfectionism. And then it creates this unnecessary extra pressure. Because pressure is not bad, you can use it to rise up. But if you keep pressing yourself down, then that's, extra. You're putting extra pressure on yourself that it's making it harder for you to rise up. And so you're kind of fearful of success. Because you know that as you grow, as you do well, that's it's going to bring more of that energy, which is wonderful, but you feel like you're at your limits with the pressure. You don't want to be overwhelmed by it. But I see that, like, I don't think you would be. I think you would evolve with it, and, you know, as time goes on, be more tolerant, you'd be able to manage things. Right, and then we have here the shadow, which is equivalent to the Devil card. Self-empowerment, ambition is what it says here. Two of shells in reverse, union and harmony. And we have transformation, equivalent to the Death card. Transition, liberation. Interesting. Okay, so not how I would typically see this, but so transformation, we have the changes in your life with the Moon card here. This is very Scorpionic energy. So you're definitely bringing the shadow into the light, is what I see here. And looking at what brings you harmony and what you want to create unity with, but also just being able to step away from any ties and take time for yourself. You know, I did get in that meditation, learning to love solitude. And so, and that's when I think you'll really, you know, the masks come off. You really see yourself, and I see you having radical acceptance for yourself. But it's a matter of making sure you take this time, because I think it's ultimately what's going to help turn this around and help you move forward. Because as you take that time to sit with yourself and step away from all of the ties that bind, all of the work and all of the efforts that you put in, and stepping away from that is going to make you see that you can handle it all, that it's going to make you more tolerant and able to handle it all. So I feel this is actually quite wonderful. You do want to look out for temptation. Again, I was getting materialistic stuff coming through. I think we all go there, but I think definitely Scorpio is a very instinctual sign, and so, and I feel this myself, so it's like very easy to get caught into you know, focusing too hard to where it's nearly obsession, or addictions, like to like it can be substances, it can be like of any variety, like food, or it can even be thoughts. Like people can dwell in certain thoughts and it's almost like an addiction. You become comfortable and used to always, your mind just gets so used to firing those neurons. So looking at all of that and just being mindful of it. Like sometimes, like the Devil card is not a bad card. It's not anything to fear. It's just has parts of it. Like all of the cards have pros and cons, and you know, just to be mindful of the cons, but to use the pros to your advantage. And again, I see this as kind of like a lot of things are going to come up into your awareness, shadow into light, and it's going to be a matter of not obsessing over those things and being hard on yourself, but in having radical acceptance of those things and giving yourself grace to transform these things. All right, let's clarify here a little bit. It feels pretty straightforward here, though, actually. I will say this card just fell, so definitely be mindful of it, of the like cons of the devil, of like not getting obsessed, not getting, you know, too focused in that, in negatives. You know, use the benefits, use the focus towards something good, something helpful. Alright, spirit guides and angels, messages for Scorpio here. What does Scorpio need to see? Messages for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to see for their highest good? Alright, so we have the Two of Swords. So yeah, definitely you might be in your head. So don't let this, looking at the energy exchange going on, become a conflict. You know, a conflict of interest, a conflict of harmony between you and whomever around you, or just an inner conflict, because you are at a state where you're processing, and in doing so it can be easy to like get caught in that. We have Prince of Swords, which is equivalent to the Knight of Swords in reverse. So yeah, I think because you are in this processing period, be mindful, especially with Mercury retrograde. It's interesting, we've had a lot of cards kind of saying this since the Mercury retrograde, to be very mindful of how you communicate. I see expression's important, and you're kind of refining it right now. So know when to be silent and when to speak, and you know, really make sure that you aren't speaking without thinking first. I think sometimes it's good to do both. I think a good leader knows when to think to talk and when to talk to think, because thinking to talk is like very collected, but talking to think is very explorative, and so both are beneficial, but it's just knowing when and how to use that, how to navigate it. So I do think that's something you are doing right now. It's taking time in silence and to really process. We have Strength in reverse, Two of Wands in reverse, and we have Three of Hearts, which is equivalent to the Three of Cups. So again, I'm feeling that like overwhelm, that you just feel like you have that fear of success. You don't want to become overloaded with responsibility. And it looks like maybe there's a fear of, part of this is like a fear of like having people depending on you. Perhaps that's something that's caused some stress in your life, and it's something to look at. Perhaps in childhood you had to grow up rather quickly and therefore and maybe be very responsible at a young age, and so it's caused this feeling like everything falls on you, which makes you, feel a lot of pressure. What did I get? There was something I got in here. Oh, reflecting on your teenage years. And not just kind of through, maybe in the teenage years especially, it was like, and that's a period for ego development. And if you have a lot of responsibilities on you that like aren't yours to carry, that can really impact your ego development. So you might be reflecting on your teen years, and that might be part of this, like shadows that come to light. We have King of Pentacles in reverse. We have 8 of Swords in reverse. And we have the Tower. So again, I'm feeling with the King of Pentacles in reverse again about this fear of responsibility and people depending on you. 8 of Swords reversed. It's like I'm kind of getting about letting go, releasing other people's baggage, but I'm also getting this like need for clarity, this need for like feeling it on this one here specifically. Usually the 8 of Swords all the swords are pointing down, which is protection, and you are protected, but all these swords are like pointed at her. So I'm feeling like even though you are protected, you're feeling the weight and the burden of so much around you. And so you need some clarity on that, to look at what's yours and what is like other people's stuff that you've been carrying. And with the Tower and transformation together, there might be I'm seeing it as a breakthrough, a breaking point. It's like a breaking point, but it ultimately is a breakthrough that's going to really transform your life in a positive way. But it's like, yeah, something's coming to the surface, a realization. And it might spur ideas. I am getting that. It's going to spur some creative ideas and outlets, but it is going to feel a little bit emotional. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely going to bring up some emotions. So do be mindful of that, and that's why it can lead into the Devil energy, so try not to dwell in that. And try to instead let the pressure let the realization help raise you up. You know, find the good in it. Alright, let's get your Queen of the Moon. Right off the bat, okay. Spirit guides and angels, messages for Scorpio here. Messages for Scorpio. Wow, a lot of your cards have been quite explosive, and I'm not surprised with the Tower card. This one knocked the Two of Swords right out. Growth. So yeah, whatever this is, it might stir some emotions. It might get you, like, you're really processing. You're going to be in your head. So do be mindful to take time to step out of your head, meditate, listen, like slow down and listen to the sounds around you and really connect with Earth so you're not just in your head. But it is ultimately, these things you're processing are going to help you grow. And I see this as like not just, I see this in multiple ways, like spiritually, yes, as a person, yes, but even financially, this is going to develop into something really wonderful for you. Being called to this watch. Okay, so part of your feeling pressure is feeling like time's running out. And so I'm being called to say, like, it's okay. Take a breath, slow down. That pressure of like feeling like things are gonna happen as they're meant to, and you know, allow things to unfold naturally. You know, sometimes we do have deadlines, and I think that's something that gives you pressure, is when there's like a deadline on something. So perhaps you can put things into bite-sized chunks. But don't let time weigh on you. Yeah, because I kind of just saw Atlas with that. It's like sometimes you let time really affect you, and then it makes it like time you know, because then you're focusing on so many things, like things would run smoother if you didn't worry about the time. And I know that's easier said than done, but so make time to step out of it so that you can come back refreshed and renewed and things can go smoother. And I would say also make sure that when you do that and step away for a quick break in a moment. Oh, I'm also getting the Pomodoro method. But so make sure that when you step away, you don't do anything that will like really take your energy away too much. But just that's like a second to breathe, a second to like just get your body and mind in the right place, and to let go and release the like idea of time being like pressurizing. But yeah, the Pomodoro method might be something to look into, so that you take a second to, you know, let your brain breathe, you know. Alright, and then we have acceptance. So yeah, I was getting that radical acceptance, and also with that having just like a deep acceptance of yourself. and appreciating time with you, finding a love for solitude, unionizing with yourself, because that's ultimately going to help you with your work, with others. Let's get your affirmation card here. Spirit guides and angels, messages for Scorpio, please. What does Scorpio need to see? Messages for Scorpio. Okay, perhaps that is it. Okay. So we have here, the only approval I need is my own. Worrying about what others think is only a distraction to living courageously. Nobody knows your needs better than yourself. So certainly, it's again with the radical acceptance. And also, yeah, if there is anyone here who does kind of, that you kind of almost depend on their, like you, not depend, but like, that you sometimes find yourself seeking approval from, it's time to let go of that, because their influence is not in alignment with your path. I am evolving every day, and I am patient with my growth. Each day brings new experiences. With each new experience, you grow inevitably. Maybe you're not where you want to be yet, but as babies learn how to walk, you also have to do it gradually. Be kind to yourself during this process. So yeah, with the transformation, and that definitely suits with everything here. I am grateful for all that I have and all that I am. Being grateful is such a wonderful gift you can offer yourself. Take 5 minutes each day and reflect on what you are grateful for. Yeah, I think all around to be grateful, and perhaps doing this, starting a grateful log, but also again being appreciative of your solitude. I radiate confidence and positivity. You are your thoughts. Always choose to speak and think nicely about yourself, and the results will show quickly. I embrace the rhythm of life and let it unfold. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, take 3 deep breaths and calmly repeat this affirmation. Try also looking into a mirror. I embrace the rhythm of life and let it unfold. So we did get that, like letting things unfold naturally. Don't feel the pressure of time. Everybody's rhythm is a little bit different and unique. And so embrace that. Allow yourself to go at your own pace. And don't be afraid to dive into things out of fear of success, fear of failure, fear of overwhelm, or the responsibilities. Embrace the rhythm of letting it unfold as it does. Don't get too caught on being predictive, or how it would be, or the end goal, or overthinking it all. Just step back and dive into it and go with the flow and feel the rhythm, because I think it won't be as cumbersome as you might feel beforehand. You know, it's almost like when you take a dive. You know, if you have ever dove into like a body of water from a cliff, or even just off a diving board, or you know, there's a lot of things that can give you that feeling of like, you know, before you do it, and it's like a part of you almost is like, oh wait, but then it's like you dive and you just enjoy it so much, and it's like that feeling, like you're feeling that, wait, do I want to do this? And I think it's like you're ready to be like, well, can't turn back down, let's take this on, let's do this, and just kind of diving right in. And I think you're going to really have fun and enjoy whatever it is that you might be diving into. Even if it's just working on yourself, even if it's just like spiritual work, or like, you know, creating a routine every day. I think, you know, it's a journey. You're going to learn how to spice things up when things do become very regulated, but I think you're going to really actually enjoy it. Okay, let's get your charms here. Okay, here's that clarity. You are going to gain this clarity, especially with the crown here as well. So you're definitely going to gain this clarity. You're going to be given this insight that really helps you. I think all around makes things a little bit more clear for you. You've just been processing a lot lately. So it's been on for a reason, you know. That's part of your path, part of your purpose. And we have the seahorse, which can be about you. We did have the Two of Cups here. It was in reverse, but you know, I do see down the line that you will have a very balanced and fulfilling relationship if you're not already in one. Or if you're already in one, it might like develop into something more, but you know, it's gonna be different for everybody. It's a matter of connecting with your own heart. But I'm also getting this as connecting with yourself on a deep level. Alright, well, we will leave this here. I thank you so much for being a part of my journey and welcoming me to be a part of your journey as well. Until next time, lovely folk.